Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now on this very sunny Wednesday. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Happening now, a wanted Jamestown man is arrested following an alleged robbery and assault. You know, we'll have those details.
Plus, a young turkey hunter is attacked by a rabid raccoon here in Chautauqua County. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is standing by with a first look at our forecast. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Jay and Matt, and happy Wednesday, everybody. And you can see behind me the radar, it's actually running in a loop. There's just nothing going on across western New York, and so it's going to be a mainly sunny day, so make sure you get out and enjoy it. The high yesterday was 64. We bottomed out at 37 degrees this morning, so that's actually 1 degree above the average low for this time of the year. 0.09 inches of rain was gauged at the Jamestown airport yesterday, and look at the sunset time, 8:08. So the days are continuing to get longer by about a minute or two each day. So here's the forecast for remainder of the afternoon. Any early clouds we have will fade away, leading to mostly sunny skies through the afternoon. Cooler, but it will remain breezy. 47 degrees will be the high temp at the immediate Lake Erie waterfront, to 60 well inland, well to the east and south, with a west wind averaging around 10 to 20 miles per hour. A little bit more rain to go through tomorrow, and temperatures not really responding to a warm up very well. We'll talk about it with that Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7-day in just a couple of minutes, J-Matt.
All right, thank you, Dakota. Our top story, Ellicott police say yesterday they arrested a Jamestown man accused of threatening another man at gunpoint, firing a round in his vicinity and leaving him, quote, completely nude in the dark. According to court documents obtained by WNY News Now, 23-year-old Thomas A. Kimbrough Jr. of Frederick Boulevard here in Jamestown is charged in connection with an incident that occurred Monday in Farmington Township. That's in Warren County, Pennsylvania. Kimbrough Jr. has reportedly traveled with the victim from the Chautauqua Mall to Farmington Township, PA. State police there say Kimbrough forced him to get out of the vehicle, removing his clothes and leaving his belongings behind. In addition, Kimbrough Jr. allegedly fired a shot in the vicinity of the victim. Kimbrough faces a number of charges in Warren County, Pennsylvania. For more details on this breaking story, you can see them on WNYNewsNow.com and our brand new mobile app.
A rabid raccoon attacked a young turkey hunter while he was hunting near Open Meadows Road in the town of North Harmony on Sunday. Chautauqua County Department of Health and Human Services say that fortunately the youth was wearing a heavy jacket and was accompanied by his father. The raccoon latched onto his jacket, biting through the jacket and inflicting the boy, and the boy's father was able to shoot and kill the raccoon. Now, county officials are reminding residents that it is illegal to relocate or harbor wild animals, and it's also very dangerous, especially when children are allowed to handle and play with the animals. Residents with urgent inquiries on rabid animals should call the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office at 716-753-4232.
And the Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office says a Sinclairville man provided a controlled substance to a minor on Tuesday at the Village of Sinclairville Park. Sheriff's deputies say 23-year-old Austin Schwab was also allegedly in possession of 2 forms of controlled substances. Schwab is charged with 2 counts of 7th-degree criminal possession of a controlled substance, endangering the welfare of a child, and criminally possessing a hypodermic needle. Schwab was arraigned at the Chautauqua County Jail through the use of the centralized arraignment system.
And New York State Police are cracking down on speeding and aggressive driving in work zones. The campaign, dubbed Operation Work Break, is happening now until Friday. Police will have extra patrols along the thruways. State police, in addition, say that roadside crews face constant dangers, and drivers who speed or are distracted pose a great safety risk to those working on the highway. Police say that drivers can do their part by obeying posted speed limits, staying off electronic devices, and being on the lookout for workers and equipment in work zones. Now, during last year's campaign, more than 2,360 tickets were issued. Troopers say that more than 1,269 were for speed-related violations and in and around active work zones.
You know, if you see those construction workers out there, let me tell you, I've been on the side of the road for a number of news stories before along the highway, which is very dangerous. And we have these yellow vests that say news media that we wear anytime we're in a situation like that, or say at a fire scene or something where there's a lot of moving parts. And the cars going 65, 70 plus miles per hour seem like they're going way faster when you're just standing there. So please, 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 just slow down.
Absolutely.
Happy Wednesday to everybody. Hello to Wendy. Great to see you. Gary, it's good to see you back. We haven't seen you in a couple of days. We've been missing you. Jill, hello. Good afternoon to Samantha. David, as always, great to see you, sir. Hopefully you are doing well. Hello to Alex. Hello to Beth. Hello to Phil. Hello to Mark. Hello to Thomas. And hello to Cindy and our own Rory Polero joining us as well. Hello to all of you. Hopefully you are having a good day out there. And I really want to bring up quickly, I know we talked about at the top, the man from Jamestown who was accused of an assault in Warren, Pennsylvania. And Matt, Wendy was talking about the fact that he allegedly ordered the victim to take off his clothes during that. We're not making this up. I mean, that's what it says in the court documents.
Right in the court documents. And, these allegations do remind me of stories that are out there about, and hear me out, the Las Vegas mob, where back in the days they would, they'd take you out to the desert, and if you got caught like cheating and playing cards, they take you out to the desert and they strip you down so that way you have a hard time getting back to town.
Oh, really?
Now, who knows what exactly happened here?
Right, and that's a rural area.
Yeah,
I mean, we don't want to
there's
speculate.
no desert.
Right, no desert.
I'm just saying it does remind me of those types of stories, because I think Wendy said, why take the clothes off?
Right, and it's so very interesting to see, and we'll just continue to stay on this story and bring updates for everybody here. But interesting, nevertheless, to see, and you can't make this stuff up sometimes. So what are you going to do? Dave says too many goofy people in this world. Yeah, absolutely right, absolutely right. So, and Matt, you got to shave.
Yeah.
Did you do that today?
Last night.
I thought so. He looked different, but I couldn't quite put my finger on it. And our producer's like, "Oh, and don't forget to talk about how Matt shaved." So
okay,
you look good.
When are you gonna?
No. I like this, so I get it trimmed. But just gotta say, we're sponsored by Gillette.
Oh, jeez.
No.
You know how awesome that'd be?
Yeah, but that's a funny inside joke, because we always talk about that. There was one time a guy was making fun of us for talking, like we both were doing the No Shave November. That. And they was like, well, this segment's sponsored by Gillette. And I'm like, well, hey, they should just join the crew as a sales consultant. Maybe they could grab that sponsorship. You never know. Coming up, more news to tell you about 2 state parks here in Chautauqua County. We'll be receiving some funds from Albany. Why? We'll tell you.
But first, a local plant receives a tax break. Dakota.
The weather people can't have beards. The consultants say no. Let's take a live look over downtown Jamestown from the DoubleTree Sky Vision camera, and you can see the peaks of sunshine peeking through. More of that's on the way for this afternoon. News Now at noon continues in a minute. Don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer, plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you. When you're on the go, stay in the know by downloading the WNY News Now mobile app. Stay up to date on local news, weather, and sports that matter to you. Plus, subscribe to breaking news and weather alerts from the team that puts coverage first. In addition, watch news as it happens with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network. Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops Restaurant and Tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, you know, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Happening now, a local grape growing plant in Westfield will be getting a tax break to improve their facility. The CCIDA approved a pilot incentive for Growers Cooperative Grape Juice Company yesterday, and officials say the program will help ease initial property tax increases over the next years, following a $3.4 million capital investment from the grape company to construct 2 new 500,000-gallon storage tanks and related infrastructure at their facility. The project is expected to employ around 20 contractors during the construction of these tanks, and the tanks will have the capacity to hold roughly 700 acres of grape crop from local farmers. Now, Growers Cooperative Grape Juice Company says that they will hire 2 full-time employees and 5 harvesters. Officials from the CCIDA say that they have been working with the Grape Juice Company for nearly 2 years on striking the deal, and the Growers Co-op was founded in 1929.
Well, 2 state parks in Chautauqua County will be receiving some state funding for a few improvements. Midway State Park will receive $350,000 in capital improvement funding, while Lake Erie State Park will receive $75,000. Lake Erie State Park plans to upgrade park utilities there, while Midway is expected to use the money for continued park improvements. New York State Governor Andrew Cuomo dished out more than $110 million in capital improvement funding to continue his New York Park 2020 initiative, that to revitalize state parks and support infrastructure projects.
And for the first time ever, a pharmaceutical company and 2 of its former executives are facing federal criminal charges in connection to an opioid case. Rochester Drug Cooperative in New York is accused of illegally distributing oxycodone and fentanyl and conspiring to defraud the DEA. Authorities announced the charges on Tuesday, calling the prosecution the first of its kind.
Rochester Drug Cooperative, or RDC, is one of the nation's largest drug distributors. From 2012 to 2017, it shipped tens of millions of highly addictive oxycodone pills and fentanyl products to pharmacies that it knew were illegally dispensing narcotics.
Now, Rochester Drug Cooperative has agreed to pay $20 million in fines over a 5-year period to settle the case. The company's former CEO, Lawrence Dowd, is facing 2 conspiracy counts, and if convicted, the 75-year-old could spend years behind bars. Now, Rochester Drug's former chief compliance officer, William Petraszewski, also faces the same 2 charges along with an additional count. Authorities say that he pled guilty to all 3 charges Friday and is cooperating with investigators.
Well, when your mother told you to stop watching TV and go outside, she was right. But there's a faster growing enemy of physical activity. A new study published in the Journal of American Medical Association shows the time people spend sitting in front of their computers is rising dramatically. From 2001 to 2016, leisure computer use rose between about 5% and 38%, depending on how old you are. 43% of Americans now use a computer for at least 2 hours a day. A quarter of us use one for at least 3 hours. The end result is teens are spending about 8.2 hours each day sitting, and adults sit for about 6.4. Now, sedentary behavior is known to contribute to obesity, heart disease, diabetes, and cancer. The good news, however, is cardiologists say even short breaks of light physical activity can help offset the increased risk of heart disease. Now, of course, longer, more intense activity is better, but any activity is better than none. Now, by the way, Mom was still right about television. 65% of the population report watching at least 2 hours of TV a day. I know I do. But at least that number hasn't grown over the last 15 years.
You watch 2 hours of TV?
I do. I like my prime time TV. Call me an oldie, but we DVR, and then we just watch it like after dinner and then go to bed.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm 70, but you know, and the study's right. I mean, when I saw this morning, it was like, okay, no big deal. Like, yes, I knew this was happening, right? You know, I mean, even here in the newsroom, I mean, a lot of our time is spent sitting. We get up, we go to stories, we come back, we sit again, we write the stories, we come in here, we sit in these. Maybe we shouldn't sit. Maybe that's what we should. Okay, but anyway, so we don't sit, and okay, this is a weird shot. Okay, but you know what I mean? Like, it's probably good to get up and to jump around.
Oh my gosh! Look at Dakota. Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is in the comments. How about when the weather people cut in your primetime programs for weather coverage? And here's the thing, real quick, before we go to break.
Dakota, I hate it. Just so you know. You guys can go to hell.
I figured as much.
and it's an inside joke because lately, with a lot of the weather events that have happened, either
severe
locally,
tornadoes,
or nationally, you know, there's been debate on social media as to when these people should be required to cut in or not.
Right.
And a lot of people get really mad. So our Dakota Hunter gets really mad too when he hears about it.
And you know, Dakota, like I understand why you have to do it, and I completely agree that you should do it. It's just especially like when I DVR'd something.
Right.
And then it's like, well, now the weather's fine, but last night there was a snowstorm, and they did an update that cut off 5 minutes of my Hawaii 5-0.
Well,
and
you know
what
Jay,
you do? You go to YouTube.
Yeah, that's
Jay,
true. They might.
The simple answer is this: CBS All Access, and
There you
that's
go.
not a plug.
There you go. That probably could do it for me. So, all right. Well, thanks, Dakota. So, yeah, kind of funny. We're being a little silly today, Wendy, but hello. And, you know, a lot of people are saying, yeah, you'd rather be outside. And you're right, Cindy. Like, especially now, I think probably during the winter, computer use and tech use is higher. But even I've seen people, like, I walk every night at the park, and I see people on their phone while they're walking. It's like, you know, I love that you're watching WNY News Now so closely, and you got that app. But enjoy your surroundings for a second. So hello to Tabitha. Happy hump day to you. Thanks so much for joining and being here with us. Let's see. Hello to Martin. What else are people talking about? Coffee refill break. You know what, Gary? We do need some coffee. So Cindy says, I'm breaking in. There was an earthquake this morning in Desertburg, Tennessee.
Dyersburg is the way it looks like to me.
We'll have to have Dakota
check
Hunter that out for us. That would be interesting to see. Did you feel it, Cindy? Because I know sometimes they say that like there can be earthquakes and some people feel it, but some people don't.
I mean, we
like
felt some from Canada, so
before, right? Yeah. But then like even within like the office unit, like Matt might feel it, but I don't because I'm thinking of other things. So
could be
interesting, but yeah, come on, we'll all go outside after this. Coming up, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter. He's standing by with his 7-day forecast, unless another meteorologist cuts in.
And later on, I'm going to have a look at sports when we come back.
Turn to Brotherhood Property Maintenance for all your lawn care and landscaping needs, no matter the season. Brotherhood Property Maintenance does it all, from professional plowing during the winter months to expert landscaping all summer long. Count on Brotherhood Property Maintenance for mowing, landscaping, tree work, spring and fall cleanup, plus snow removal. Serving both commercial and residential lots, check out Jamestown's fastest growing landscaping crew on Facebook or call us right now to book an appointment.
With coverage that matters. This is WNY News Now.
When I'm streaming and I'm talking to my community, we have that literally split-second interaction. If somebody says hello, I say hello right back immediately, and it kind of creates that connection. Because like my subscribers and my followers, we pretty much go by Re-Ups Army. All the hate and everything that goes around, that's kind of like our mission statement. Is just be positive and enjoy each other's time. It's more or less just trying to use the internet in a positive way. Like we all from around the world get to connect on the same level, which is, we all love video games. Mixer.com/Re-Up. I'm live every single day, 8 p.m.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
And welcome back. And I'm not Dakota Hunter, I'm Ron Burgundy. I love lamb. Here's a live look coming from the Seneca Allegheny, not the Seneca Allegheny Casino, the One Seneca Tower in downtown Buffalo. And I wanted to show you this because if you look right here on the Niagara River, that's ice chunks flowing down the Niagara River. Of course, they're taking the ice boom out of Lake Erie, and now all the ice is flowing out of Lake Erie down the Niagara River. So if you happen to be going up this way, look for the ice chunks flowing down the river. It's really cool to look at this time of the year. Speaking of the water, we're starting to get around this time where we're going to start taking our boats out on Lake Erie, and this is what's going on. The water temperature off Buffalo is still at freezing, 32 degrees, but look at it off Erie, 45. The winds today around 10 to 15 knots and wave heights around 1 to 3 feet in areas that are ice-free. There's still a little bit of ice that is compacted up near Buffalo, but all that's starting to flow down the river now since the ice boom is being removed. And over the past week, we've had up and down temperatures. Look at this, 73 last Thursday, and we had 48 on Easter Day, and the high yesterday again was 64. We had 64 2 days in a row, Monday and Tuesday of this week. The pollen level is still running moderate for the tree pollen, but it has knocked it down a little bit. It's down to 48 pollutants per meter. It was in the 60s yesterday, but again, we're going to be dealing with this as we go throughout the summer. And on the news now, Kim, you can actually see the construction on Main Street going on right here. We have it pointed down to show you the construction that's going on. Right now, it's 46 at the airport with a west wind of 16. Got a wind gust of 20 that knocks the wind chill down to 49 degrees or 39 degrees. So all in all, it's below average, and this is going to be a pattern that we're going to be stuck in probably for the next several days. First Defense Doppler, this isn't a loop. There's just nothing. If you're looking for the next rain, it's way out to the west. This is part of what's going to be coming our way tomorrow, but it's not going to be all day rain, and we'll show that to you here on the computer modeling. Dry for today, nothing really today and nothing tonight. Now the in-house model tries to spit out a couple of these little small isolated showers tonight. I don't think those are going to happen, so don't worry about that. Now tomorrow, the majority of the day tomorrow is going to be dry, very usable. It's not until later in the afternoon when we start getting into some of these scattered showers, and the temperatures at least should remain into the 60s, and again maybe a couple of moderate downpours possibly on Thursday night, and then the rain will continue on again into Friday morning. So the next big thing, if you're looking for something to do this weekend, State Line Speedway has their season opener at Six Pack Racing this Saturday, and the scheduled green flag time is 7 o'clock. Again, the afternoon looks dry, but once you get in to the nighttime, there is a small chance of a rain shower, but it looks like the majority of the racing should be fine. So overnight tonight, temperatures dropping back into the mid-30s, partly cloudy, and some frost is likely by morning. So our advice, don't plant anything you want to keep until about mid-May. Here comes the future. Powered by Brotherhood Property Maintenance, 64 tomorrow, and temperatures fall back below average. Better chance of rain comes on Friday, and then the temperatures remain below average for the weekend and into early next week. Sports is next. Don't go away. Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Welcome back to WNY News Now. We're going to take a look at some sports. With time running out, the Trailblazers' Damian Lillard launched a 37-foot three-point shot to beat the buzzer to give himself 50 points on the night, and he gives his team a 118-115 win over the Thunder in Game 5 of the Western Conference first-round series. In addition, the Trailblazers won the series 4-1. Lillard sets a franchise record here for points in a game and made three-pointers in a game with 10. The Thunder were up by as much as 15 in the fourth quarter, but the Trailblazers were able to come back. The New York Yanks, meanwhile, fought off a late comeback attempt by the LA Angels to win on the road last night 7-5. Luke Voigt had 2 home runs for the Yankees. LA's Justin Bour, meanwhile, delivered an 8th-inning grand slam to cut the deficit, but the Yanks were able to survive. Yanks pitcher Domingo German pitched 6 2/3 innings to pick up his 4th win of the season. The two teams, meanwhile, will play Game 3 of a 4-game series tonight at 10:07 p.m. Eastern at Angel Stadium.
Well, Snapchat is reportedly adding users again, and the social media company says they did better than investors originally thought. Snap, they're the parent company of Snapchat, said on Tuesday that the popular messaging app had 190 million daily active users during the first 3 months of this year. Now, that's a rise from the 186 million daily users it had just the 3 months before that. Snap also boosted revenue to $320 million. That's up 39% over the same period last year. The Wall Street approved the report. Snap's stock gained more than 10% in after-hour trading. Now, the question is, guys, we obviously have a Snapchat, but it seems like a lot of people around here are still really into Facebook.
Yeah. Facebook, actually, come to think of it, a lot of the analytics we do in the weather industry to find out where people are on social media, by a big, overwhelming number, Facebook is still number 1 when it comes to reaching people.
It's here in Chautauqua County, you're saying? Or weather industry in general?
That's generally in general.
Okay.
We don't know about Chautauqua County, but I would assume that Facebook is still probably number 1.
I would have to say.
I know for us, we can speak to our analytics that we all, company-wide, everyone has access to, and Facebook is definitely, in terms of social media, besides the app and the website, very much the top social media, followed by, I think it's Instagram, Twitter, and then Snapchat.
Oh, we do have Instagram
We do. Instagram has just beat out Twitter here in our company.
Really?
As being number 2, yeah.
Wow.
As for interaction. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, I mean, I know, D, you run the Snapchat.
Yeah.
Like, you probably, how many people you think, probably like 10 to 12 maybe a day?
I think.
We don't have that many followers.
Yeah, not that many yet, so.
So follow us on Snapchat if you have it, if you use it.
I try to update it, so.
Do you use Snapchat out there, people? I mean,
I do.
We do. I check it out every now and then. But
the reason why I do, real quick, I mean, I do watch, I guess, to see if there's any news stories, but also I know a lot of my friends like to use it, so you know, I like to just see what everyone's doing, I suppose.
Absolutely.
Why not?
I'm speaking of what everyone's doing. What are we talking about in the news now? Little Riding Hood. Oh, funny, Gary. Let's see. And, you know, Cynthia says she seems to use Snapchat, to Facebook, rather, to keep track of everybody. Yeah. And I think Facebook, I think, is probably the most user-friendly. I think Snapchat definitely, those stats, I would bet, probably are coming from younger people.
Right.
You know. And
here's the secret. Why do young people use Snapchat? Because the older generation can't figure it out.
That's probably
Dakota,
what makes it popular.
why do you do... Oh, my God.
I'm just saying.
Get to that.
If you're looking for something to do this weekend, the season opener at State Line is this Saturday. And it's going to be chilly. bring your sweaters, but there is a small chance for a rain shower late in the race, but the majority of the race should be dry. Brotherhood Property Maintenance 7 days. Some frost likely early tomorrow morning, so our advice, do not plant anything that you intend to keep until mid-May. That's about the average date of our last frost of the season.
All right. Thank you, Dakota. Thank you
welcome.
for the sunshine today.
You're welcome.
We really appreciate it. We leave you with the HD News Now, Cam, which, as you said during weather, is pointed down because we are interested in when Main Street will open again.
Exactly.
The bridge is still closed, and they're doing some line work. I know they accidentally nicked a water line earlier this week.
Yeah.
So they're repairing that and redoing the road. So if you're coming downtown to say hello to Dakota and Matt and I this afternoon, don't use Main Street. Use 4th Street. Come in the back lot. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow.